Hello everyone. Happy Feast of St. Mary Magdalene. I'm Max and this is Aquinas a Day, a slow burn adventure through St. Thomas Aquinas' Summa Theologiae, one article a day for the next 3,125 days? I think that's how many there were, maybe some diversions along the way. I don't know, but I invite you to join me as we do this, an article a day, for however long it takes. We'll be diving into the thought of the angelic doctor, and so today we actually start with the prologue. Prologue to the prima pars of St. Thomas Aquinas' Summa Theologiae. Because the master of Catholic truth ought not only to teach the proficient, but also to instruct beginners according to the apostle, as unto little ones in Christ, I gave you milk to drink, not meat. 1 Corinthians 3, 1 and 2. We purpose in this book to treat of whatever belongs to the Christian religion, in such a way as may tend to the instruction of beginners. We have considered that students in this science have not seldom been hampered by what they have found written by other authors, partly on account of the multiplication of useless questions, articles, and arguments, partly also because those things that are needful for them to know are not taught according to the order of the subject matter, but according as the plan of the book might require, or the occasion of the argument offer. Partly, too, because frequent repetition brought weariness and confusion to the minds of readers. Endeavoring to avoid these and other like faults, we shall try, by God's help, to set forth whatever is included in this sacred science as briefly and as clearly as the matter itself may allow. I don't know if you guys have read bits of the Summa before. I've read parts of it, never all the way through. That's what I'm doing here. But as you're reading it, there are 5 of these volumes, so brief is not something you'd call this work. Yet here he says he is completely cognizant of the fact that there are people who multiply useless questions, articles, and arguments. And that's what he's trying to avoid, and yet 5 of these. Now, I don't know about you, but I believe him. I absolutely believe him that what he wrote everything with a purpose. And that's kind of amazing, because we are going to get into some things that we're going to have no idea why we're talking about them and what he's talking about, unless you are, as he said, a master of Catholic truth. I am not a master of Catholic truth. I guess I am a master in theology, but I'm still working through this. This is not something that comes easy to me, getting all this stuff in. I remember times reading this and being like, what is he talking about? So yeah, but he says that he's doing this as briefly and as clearly as possible, that he's trying to avoid all the useless questions, articles, arguments, that he's trying to teach it according to the subject matter, not according to any plan he has, but according as the nature of sacred science, of Catholic theology, of Christian theology requires. And so when we get to parts that we don't understand, we should trust that he had a reason for this, that what he's doing has purpose, and we should attend to that purpose as much as we can. Now, does that mean, that everything he talks about is something you're going to need at little dinner party arguments? Probably not. But is there a reason for it that's essential to understanding, delving into the meaning of the faith? Yeah, I think there is. If you want to attend to your faith intellectually, that you got to wrestle with this stuff. And that's what we're going to do. So if you'd like to join me, then I invite you to subscribe and hit that little bell thing to get the notifications. I'm going to be doing this every day. Any thoughts you have, comment them below. If you're liking this, like it. Thank you for joining me in this. And remember, Aquinas a Day keeps the heretics away.